Political crisis in Edo State's local government areas intensified last week as two chairmen were reportedly impeached by their elected councillors in Uhunode and Orionwo local government areas. This development has drawn reactions from stakeholders in the state and various groups, frowning at the current intimidation of 18 local government council chairmen and their vice chairman by the state governor, Senator Monday Okwebolo, and the House of Assembly through the use of councillors to impeach them without following due process. The council chairman, Marvelous Zibiri, was among the 18 local government chairmen who received a reprieve from a high court ruling that mandated no obstacles should impede the suspended chairmen from resuming their roles. Last week, despite a court order, thugs took laws into their own hands and took over control of the Etsako West Council Secretariat, Auchi, leaving council workers stranded and unable to gain entry into the secretariat. Joining us on the show to discuss the crisis at the state local government, the impeachment and suspension of the local government chairman is Honourable Marvelous Zibiri, chairman of Etsako West local government area. Good morning, Honourable, and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning.
Well, Honourable Marvelous Zibiri, yeah, the Supreme Court has ruled that, local councils have financial autonomy and state governors cannot act as headmasters over local councils. But we hear that some marvelous things are happening in Etsako West, where you are chairman, and other local councils in Edo State, in terms of the governor saying, look, local government chairman should report to the state governor. Please, can you tell us about some of those marvelous things going on in your state with local council administration, particularly with local council chairmen going to court, and councillors who are supposed to be members of the legislative assembly of the local councils turning against chairmen? I don't know where you are now. Are you one of the impeached ones? Are you in your local government headquarters, or you are in hiding, from the intimidation from the state government? Just tell us those marvelous things that you have been going through.
Well, good morning, everybody, and I thank you for having me. My name is Honorable Marvelous Muizu Zibiri. By the special grace of God and in the eyes of the law, I am the executive chairman of Etsako West Local Government Council. You talked about Supreme Court pronouncement with particular regards to autonomy and the rest of them. Yes, it is true. Sometime around July, a pronouncement was made by the Supreme Court granting autonomy for all the 774 local government councils. And all of us took to the street and celebrated that pronouncement. We celebrated it, believing that it will have a long way, strengthening governance at the local government council, and we know that if that happens actually and put into practical work, definitely there will be massive development at the local government councils, So we celebrated it, and we equally celebrated Mr. President for pursuing that thing vigorously, and at the end of the day, it came true, And for some of us who are in PDP, we said no. For this that Mr. President has done, I think he deserves our support, and he deserves our loyalty and whatever. And that some of us can even jettison loyalty to our party to support him in his political future endeavor. But unfortunately, reverse is the case. What we celebrated as autonomy from the Supreme Court pronouncement is something that is turning something else now, which I cannot immediately also elaborate or speak about in an elaborate form. So that's the situation we are finding ourselves. You talked about a councillor at our respective councils. As we speak, out of the 18 local government councils, about 15 local governments have been touched by this Saga councillors being influenced to carry out purported impeachment in the respective councils. Just yesterday here, I was somewhere with my family when I heard that some hoodlums had broke into my local government, Etsako West Legislative Chamber, broke into it. Some hoodlums led by one Abu Aliyu, aka Agbo, the other one Shaggy. The number of APC thugs broke into it in a company of a law enforcement agency, the police. And I quickly reached out to the DPO and to let him know that what was happening. He told me he was going there. Soon as I reached out to the DPO, I reached out to area commander. I called severally, he didn't pick up. I remember at the time when I called him when these things were coming up, I told him this is what is happening. A situation where thugs, APC thugs will go and take over councils and you are giving cover. And it's not good. What if the opposition now also mobilize there? Will there not be fracas that will lead to bloodshed? He told me that he couldn't do otherwise, that his loyalty is to the government of the day. So that is the situation we are finding ourselves.
Wow, thank you so much, Honorable Zibiri. So two things. First of all, in terms of the impeachment and what's going on in Edo State, in your own case, was due process followed in your case? And then second part of my question then would be that the governor has justified the actions of the suspension of the local government chairman, saying that 18 of you diverted or remitted about 12 billion naira to leaders of the PDP party within 15 months of being elected. Please, what's your statement on that? Did the 18 local government chairmen divert the sum of 12 billion naira given to leaders of the PDP, according to what the governor has said and his reason for going after the local government chairman beyond due process being followed? Please, what's your response to that?
Well, concerning the impeachment you talked about, I just told you now that I was somewhere, and as we speak, the councillors are on recess to resume work on the 20th of this month. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing that councillors go on recess and then resume at a particular time. So as we speak, they are on recess. The question of whether it passed through due process does not go arise. Councillors who were not on grant, who traveled out of the local government for recess, how can they go and carry out that kind of purported impeachment? And like I told you, I have two videos which I forwarded earlier. One for the purported impeachment. The characters there were not even councillors. Those who even claim to be majority leader, the other one the speaker, and the third person are not even elected councillor, whether from a local government or from another local government. They are characters that were imported elsewhere to come and perpetrate such illegality. While that one was going on, we were informed. And the councillors where they were, they put themselves together, and then they did a video. I have two videos in my possession, one for that purported illegal impeachment, and then the other one the councillors did, all the 12 councillors that I have in my local government, they did video, countering that the illegality that was perpetrated that yesterday. Concerning the 12 billion, you just asked me, I don't think, I won't be able to answer that question. I don't know where 12 billion will come from. 12 billion from where? From the council purse, or from where? How did the 12 billion? I'm sure you know what 12 billion means. Not even 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion.
No, he said it was 18 of you that did it. So you shared it. So he said it was 18 of you that did it. So that you shared it in your, okay, you can only speak for yourself. Did you remit any funds to the leaders of the PDP?
Yeah, if I participate in the sharing of 12 billion as a council chairman, I don't think I'll be where I am now. If I participate in the sharing of 12 billion as a council chairman, I will never be where I am as I speak to you.
Marvelous.
So let me speak for myself. That the fact that I don't know anything about it, it does not mean I should not speak generally. No, I am not the AGO chairman, neither am I even the vice chairman or whatever. Even if I'm the AGO chairman, AGO chairman, AGO chairman, you speak to yourself. You can't speak on behalf of my council.
No problem.
As far as my council is concerned,
speaking for
I don't
yourself.
have idea.
Okay, let's continue to speak for you with regards to this issue. So when the governor was breaking down the issue of these funds, he said that it was 800 million that was being remitted per month. And he said what caught his attention was the fact that the line item was called environmental security funding. So, okay, fine, you were not involved in the sharing or the alleged sharing of this money. But I'm just curious, what is environmental security funding and why does it need 800 million naira of local government budget per month?
Well, environmental security, like in my local government, we used to do security and we used to do environment. We used to do security in my local government, sometime on a weekly basis, sometime on a monthly basis in my own local government. And we have never spent up to, even if we don't even spend up to $1 million for such an exercise. We don't. Up to $1 million in such an exercise. That 800,000, I don't know how it came about. Environmental security is something, I think is a project of the state government. I wouldn't know. State government is saddled with the responsibility of funding security. I wouldn't know about that. Honestly, I don't know about that.
Okay, so have you submitted your books for vetting?
What?
Have you submitted your books? You were asked to submit your books, and the governor said nobody has submitted their books. So I'm just wondering, are you one of those who has not submitted their books?
Well, it's not as if, let me first of all clarify this. You know, Mr. Governor is Mr. Governor, just like Mr. President is Mr. President. There's no way we as council chairmen can work in isolation of Mr. Governor. It's not possible at all. And that was why, when he was to be inaugurated, all of us, we did our best to ensure we attend that inauguration. Not just attending it, but as a way of showing our loyalty and to showing our readiness to work with him and to do everything that will make his government to succeed. Immediately he was inaugurated, we made several attempts to see him, at least to have one-on-one with him as our boss, to show that solidarity, to show that loyalty, to show that commitment, and to let him know from the bottom of our heart that we are going to be loyal to him 100%, so that the dividend of democracy that we promise will get to the grassroots, either through us or through any other means. So the idea of you ask for a document we didn't submit, it does not arise. What really happened was that when we made several attempts to see him, and it was not fruitful, we had to officially write to him asking, begging for a date for courtesy call. So we have opportunity to have all of this beautiful discussion with him. You know, for like 2 weeks, it was not granted until one day our chairman reached out to us and said the date for the courtesy call was not fixed. All of us rushed to the venue of the meeting with smiles, hoping that we were going to discuss with our boss. Okay. You know, whether he like it or not, whether PPC or is. But unfortunately, we got there. It was the deputy that now came and said he was there to represent Mr. Governor. It's
Honorable.
Fine. Governor can be busy and delegate a deputy to attend to us.
Honorable Marvelous
Zibiri, chairman of AGON.
Well, Honorable Marvelous.
I just wanted to explain some circumstance surrounding the question you asked me regarding refusal to make some documents available. It's not true. So we at the courtesy call, the deputy governor, after the AGO chairman had beautifully marshaled some points and messages of loyalty and commitment to his government, the only response to us was, we have given you 48 hours ultimatum to go and provide your council's account statement. And the AGO chairman said, yes, we will do that. But when we now go back, the faces alone was so intimidating. It was not friendly at all. We now go back and say, okay, this was a verbal directive. Let us make it official by writing to the secretary to the local government, secretary to the state government, so that he can officially communicate us upon which we can now act. Because those that will work with at the council, the HOGA and the TLG, there's no way they can act on a verbal directive. That was it. So all those things have been provided.
Honorable Zibiri, without any doubt, marvelous things happening in Edo State under the watch of Governor Okpewolo. But the Supreme Court is very clear that the local government council is a valid level of governance, and that Section 7 says, yes, they are democratically elected, and you have your own structures. It's not for state governors to act as supervisory headmasters. But in any case, the details will still be resolved in terms of, other ancillary constitutional provisions. I hope you are in your office and not in hiding, because it would be nice to know that. But if you are in hiding, hopefully you will get a chance to return to your office in Auchi in due course. Thank you very much for joining.